We back at it. It's been a long motherfucking time. A lot of shit, you know what I'm saying, took place since we last got to talk, you know what I'm saying? But in the meantime, I'm Prophet Rothstein.
Rich, Groundhard, Inspire.
And today in this bitch, we got the illustrious.
Oh man.
The mayor of the streets. The one and only. You know what I'm saying to you, Mayor Tay. A lot of you motherfuckers don't understand or even know who this man is, but a lot of you motherfuckers, if you somebody, you know who this man is.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? You not going nowhere in the city of Chicago or the surrounding suburbs that's popping where it's really going on at without coming across that red hat. You understand what I'm saying? So you if it's someplace to be at and it's really someplace to be, you're going to have to see the mayor. You understand what I'm saying to you? And it don't matter who you got on the inside, who say what. If you ever come across the mayor, don't nothing go.
I'm with you when you right.
You know what I'm talking about? So we got Mayor Tay in this bitch today. You know what I'm talking about?
Let's do it, you know.
We gonna jump right into this shit. First and foremost, it's a art and it's a science behind what you do, God. Yeah. And I had to learn that. And I learned it from you, watching you. You know what I'm saying? You know, we butt heads a whole lot. Mm-hmm. It took me a long time to understand that, you know what I'm saying, a good leader always got to have his servant's how dirty. You got to know how to follow, you know what I'm saying, in order to be an effective leader.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? So we always clash heads. But I got to give you roses while you can smell them. Yeah. I wouldn't rather be in no spot, nowhere, under nobody's direction, but your shit, God.
I appreciate that.
You know what I'm saying? And that come from, it's been times, I'm talking about, we done been coiled up behind cars, no homo spooning, with bullets flying over our shit. And he only one with a gun. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna cap, the nigga cradled me with a glizzy over me, G. We behind the car, bullets smacking our shit.
I remember that like yesterday.
I say, bro, if a mother come around this car, bro, knock their ass down, he say, G, I got you, stay still. I swear to God, listen. So, in the midst of that, man, I watch how the man move. I watch the protocols he put forward. I watch him transition from trapping with this security shit into becoming a real organization, bona fide, you know what I'm saying, company. And we always big up in black businesses. And this is a young black man who owns a business. And essentially the business is keeping the party goers in Chicago safe. And he does it effectively. So I kind of want to dig into how the fuck do you do that? Because it's a lot of shit going on outside. Oof. A lot of shit going on outside, God.
That it is.
And when you in a spot where everybody want to be, it's a lot of people that don't like each other. That be under the same roof. That if otherwise they'd kill each other. Mm-hmm. How do you make that happen effectively?
Man, a lot of that stuff come from just being in tune with what's going on, having that relationship you need to have with the right people, man. I'm gonna say this, man. People are smart. Individually, people are smart. Yep. Collectively, people are dumb. Let me rephrase that. Individually, a person is smart, man. A person got common sense. A person can be talked to, but collectively, people together are dumb, and they hard of hearing. They can't be talked to. So I've learned, man, in my travels in this business, man. If you can get the right person, I ain't gonna say the head because the head kind of frowned upon. Everybody look at the head. Everybody want to be the head.
Everybody want to be the head.
Everybody want to be the head. So I don't want to say the head. I want to say the person in every single organization or crew or whatever, a clique team, they got the sense that got the leverage with his people, can call the shots. You know what I'm saying? You get with them and you cuff them, and 9 times out of 10, man, you can make something happen. On top of being a thorough nigga for real.
That's key right there. Being a thorough nigga outside of your profession.
Right.
I think that's essential in a lot of what you got going on.
That's number one.
Absolutely. So, with that being said, I guess it could kind of be a gift and a curse. Because you have to make people that you would normally deal with a different way outside of your business, they have to comply when it comes to business. They have to comply.
It's a tricky medium. A tricky medium.
You know what I'm saying? They have, like, it ain't no way around it. They have to comply.
On top of that, I'm gonna piggyback off that. Credibility is numero uno. You got it. Your name got to be good, man. The respect got to be there, and it ain't just the street ties because it's too many different potential street organizations or street ties even because if you known as to be this, then the people who not that or against that not gonna respect that or not gonna respect you.
Yeah. So that's what I want to ask. Like,
that's a good.
How do you teeter-totter that line effectively?
I'm gonna tell you number one thing. The number one thing, you gotta be fair.
Yeah.
You gotta keep the playing field fair at all times, man. You gotta keep it even. If your guys, if your 10-year homies, if your 20-year niggas, the mud brothers you slept on your grandma's floor with, coming there and asking to get the ups on somebody, you have to say no. You have to stay neutral, and you have to let them understand. You have to have that respect to what they say. Okay, I'm gonna fall back.
I've seen you do that.
I've done it.
That's hard though. He just said it like a lot of people don't know how to do that. Tell they 10-year niggas, like, nah, I can't do that. But that come with a level of respect too for somebody to come back when you tell them to respect it. That's a part of, like him being him. And, he's saying like, you can't necessarily represent this, but you got to represent yourself too at the end of the day. Because if you represent something else and somebody else don't like it, then that ties to it. Yeah. So him being a man coming to his 10-year niggas, that's hard right there. I mean, a lot of people don't know how to do that. And then some people don't know how to receive it.
And I do it often, man. And I get people who the clubs is one of the most. The clubs is close to the street. It is the street. It is the street. And you be having people like, man, I gotta get my woo whoop, or I gotta get my lick in here because so and so. Well, I say this. I say, well, not here because guess what? So and so ain't got his either. You know what I'm saying? It's fan that you got another fight.
Well, I was telling you on the phone earlier. I say any place that you see that had that, bro, you can
guarantee it's a fair fight on the inside. Ain't nothing.
You can just about, curve a motherfucker to do a lot of shit.
Mm-hmm. Security can be bought in this industry, man.
Absolutely.
And that's one thing I pride myself and I pride my people on not being able to be bought, man. And it's the thing. I got a big team. I got a big team, but I got a core set few people that I allow to be on my front. And them the people I've been with for years. I've trained. I know can't be bought. You can curve a nigga for anything. Get your weed in, smoke. You know what I'm saying? Maybe even bring some liquor. I've seen it all. But you can't buy us. You can't specifically, and that's the other thing too. It helps that you can't buy me, man. Mm-hmm. You can't. I've been offered five G's. I had a guy who not even here in the world no more. Rest in peace. Offered me $10,000 at one of my downtown spots to get his lick in. You know what I told him? I say for $10,000, you put your gun in the car. I'm off for the rest of the night. I'm on your hip for the rest of the night. If you come like that with my gun,
yeah.
If it's that deep for you, if it's that deep for you for $10,000,
I'm gonna say some money.
I'm gonna say, you know what I'm saying. I'm gonna be on your hip for the rest of the night. I'm gonna you had a time of your life in here, and I'm gonna be on your ass and make sure you get home. Yeah. And I pride myself, man. I pride myself on getting people home at the end of the night. Somebody asked me today, Saturday, but Thursday we had to leave. Somebody asked me Thursday, say, man, you take getting us home seriously. I say, yeah. I say it's a lot of security, and I don't even people like Tay really know. I really ain't. I own a security company. I own a business. I'm active on my scenes, but man, I think I'm like it got to be a different word. It got to be something different, man. I wouldn't classify it as just security. An overseer. It wouldn't even classify as security, man. This should be why
it's political, bro.
I was finna say that when the club started at 9 o'clock, I've already worked 8 hours. I started my day at 12, found out who gonna be there. Who got what tables?
There you go.
What call I gotta make to say the you can't come? Hey man, you fall back tonight. Or if I get the tables and I see this guy is right across from this guy, I gotta call the owner or the promoter or the manager and say, nah, we can't book it like that. We can't do it like that. And that really be. And by the time 9 o'clock hit and the club open, I've already put in the work. Pre-COVID, I had 9 spots running simultaneously. Pre-COVID. Yeah. 9 spots, and out of those 9 spots, I'm probably overseeing 10,000, 15,000 customers a night. Cause we had one spot, Structure 147, man. Shout out to Zoe.
I swear, shout out
Zoe and T. We had one spot doing like 3,000 people a night in our prime. I got that. Then I got the 4 other spots in the burbs. I got 5 spots. You know what I'm saying? It was. So he right. Times that same method. I gotta review every party, everybody with a flyer. It's been times I call a promoter. I can name a bunch of them and say, "No, you can't do that party." He say, man, why? They got 10 bottles. They just put 3,000. You can't do that party. And it's a question whether you want to make money tonight or you want to make money for the next 3 years.
Longevity.
Yeah. And sometimes you got to tuck your pride to preserve longevity.
Yeah. Longevity is everything. And it seems like a lot of repetitions that he doing now in his business, he probably been doing that before this business.
And brought the practice.
Yeah. That's the part of the streets and lessons that you learn in the streets that you can't get nowhere else. Your instincts.
Yeah. Instincts
everything. You know, you treat everything, you know, you come into it and you prepare yourself. Like he preparing. Some people don't do that.
Instincts is a good word.
Key. Because by the time niggas like me get to work, the blueprint already been laid.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You just gotta do your job. Just do your part.
Do what you're supposed to do. The blueprint been laid. You know what I'm saying? If it's a threat, you made known to the threat. You know what I'm saying? And you got to kind of treat it like the streets.
Mm-hmm.
You got to kind of go off instinct.
Yeah.
A lot of this shit is body language.
Yeah, definitely. I was gonna talk about.
You can tell when the motherfucker energy ain't right.
Yeah.
I deny niggas off bad energy. I tell niggas. I tell niggas in front of him, you can't come here, homie. I don't like your energy. I don't like y'all energy. Man, we got a table. Man, I don't like y'all energy. That's why I man the front doors. If I got to choose between 5 spots going, whichever one got the biggest volume or the biggest buzz or expect the biggest crowd, I'm there personally.
Man, we had it was a point in time when we was at Structure, nigga. That shit was like going through the TSA.
Yeah, it was worse.
Swear to God,
it
bro.
Was
like
worse.
You getting searched at the gate. You getting searched again when you come in after coming through a metal detector. And if you got on boots or Uggs, them bitches coming the fuck off.
Take them off, bouncing together.
Cut them bitches. It was processing like the county.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Guaranteed when you got inside, if somebody in that didn't like you, it was gonna be mono fucking mono.
Mono,
if
man.
you can't fight, your ass is out. But guaranteed there ain't gonna be no blick out in this bitch.
Mm-hmm.
So with all that said, like out of picking anything in the world you can pick to invest in or to build a business with, security. Why did you pick that? Especially in Chicago, knowing just the trauma you're gonna go through just on some security shit, securing Chicago on a club night. Or not even just a club, just securing any type of location.
I didn't really choose it. I kind of just fell into it, man. The story of Tay.
Come on, run. This what I want to get into. Come on with them stories.
The story of Tay getting started happened purely coincidental. I was a boxer for a long time, and I was in my gym one day, and you want to talk about illustrious, man. One of the biggest dogs I got respect for in this game. He don't do it no more. His name was T-Rex, man.
Okay. Shout out T-Rex.
Shout out T-Rex.
He don't
do the social media nothing like this, but I'm gonna have to get him a clip or something.
Yeah.
T-Rex hit me like, man, Tay, how old you is? You know what I'm saying? I lied to him at the time. You know what I'm saying? I don't even know why, to be honest. And we was in the gym, and he was like, man, you're a big boy. You can you can fight. I was like, I was killing niggas on the boxing side. Then he was like, I'm sure the guy want one of my spots tonight. I'm like, what you mean? He like, I run a club, security. Ooh, I'm short. He's like, man, fill in for me. I don't got nobody else. I'm like, what you need me to do? He's like, man, you just show up. We're all black. I'm gonna tell you where to stand. At the end of the night, I'm gonna pay you. I said, you gonna pay me at the end of the night? I'm 11 years in, so this is a while ago. I say, all right, bet. I get there. I do what he tell me to do, and he give me a decent amount of money. I say, what? He say, man, I had to fire. Woo, woo, woo. I say, man, if you want to come back tomorrow, come back. I say, bet. So I kid you not, man. That's how it started, like out of the clear blue sky, and it just kind of went from there. I was under him for like 4 years. Then I was a young.
You gotta give me the heart story.
That's where I was going.
You gotta get the heart.
That's why. And then I was under him he was running a club called Hearts, man. And let me tell you about Hearts. If you any type of 30 and the plus in Chicago, any type of party,
out to Hearts.
Hearts
Remember
was
Hearts?
the.
Remember Hearts?
Never heard of it.
Heard of Hearts?
13,
I don't fuck around in the club.
1120 North Branch. It was like on North Branch and Division. North Branch like a block past. I only know where it was at. It was an out west spot. It was an out west spot. So for any of the out south people, y'all might have missed it. Let me tell y'all, Hearts was the most popular, biggest, baddest, most show out, bring your bag to club in the city. I want to say the Midwest. Damn. Let me tell you how Hearts was, and I'm gonna give you the reasons why. Dope money was still good before they tore down to 290 and the heroin highway.
What year was this when it was in its prime?
It's like 2012. It was still a little good because they ain't hit the heroin highway scandal didn't come down yet. Now, mind you, I'm finna mess you up even further. The shorties who was scared of that Fraud had started busting 2012, 2013. Church. So they was able to get their 4, 5, 6, 7, 8,000s and keep up with the dope boys who have been running the clubs for so many years. So now you got the best mixture of the niggas, the dope niggas with money, and the scam niggas who just get introduced to all these $1,000 at the same time. So imagine the club closed at 4. The scammers going right to the ATM and picking up their load, 4, 5, 6,000 at the ATM. It was the most money at one time in Chicago. The guy who ran it, he was a boxer. He had been boxing for like 15 years, so he knew how to recover hand. We had ice buckets and rice buckets downstairs in our basement. Damn. And we would get to work 30 minutes early. We would put our hands in there, and we would like and we would tell niggas like, yeah, gonna be another one. We would have to wear specific shoes, man, because it was like, and I cannot exaggerate. Anybody could call me out, and we had some of the hardest hitting security in the world. Anybody who remember any person, I'm giving y'all full authority to call me out of my lot. Every single night, hearts went up. It never got shot up. It was not. It wasn't that shit wasn't really going on like that yet. But you had to have your boots on every night.
It was one of them.
Every night, and we got it every night.
It was that.
We fought every goddamn night, and it was a West Side spot, and they was like, "Who is this young nigga?" I was knocking shit out every night. Right. 20 years old, 21 years old, fresh out the gym. I knew where to hit and how to put nigga to sleep, and I would be putting 4, 5, and it just kind of snowballed. And it was like, damn, and it was like, who is this little light skinned nigga? Little light skinned nigga. I was a little little light skinned nigga, and then it was like, man, what's your name, homie? And I'm like, Tay, and I'm like, man, Tay whoop so and so. He whoop so and so. He whoop so and so. And it really became, over the 4, 5 years we was there, it just snowballed into, this nigga Tay is mad. He crazy. You know what I'm saying? He whooping everybody. And eventually when Hearts got shut down, it got shut down when Jeezy came to town. Some niggas got into it with Jeezy and kind of snowballed. And the first time a shooting ever happened, somebody got shot, and it was due to that situation. And there was some people from Chicago at them, and you know what I'm saying, won't say their names and all that stuff. And it just kind of went like that. So Hearts got shut down. I bounced around a few other spots downtown, but I had that same Hearts mentality when other clubs was growing out of it. Right. Fast forward, it's like 2016 now, 2015. So it was like, all right, we transitioning from just being brutes and he-mans and beating people up, because then people start suing and start calling the police and all that type of stuff. So I bounced around to a few different spots, and nobody would hold me because I was still in young Thundercat badge brother mode. Yeah. So they blackballed me from downtown. Enter the South Suburbs.
Shout out to South Suburbs.
Shout
out to South Suburbs.
South Suburbs was about 2016, 15, and I'm like, I had nowhere to work downtown. So it was a spot. It was a Seeker. I don't know. It might have been Seekers or KOD back then on 147, which was now structured. It was KOD, and it was still a couple years behind downtown. So you could still beat niggas. You can still well on niggas at any time you want to. So I fit right in.
Stop. Right. Now I'm going to tell you how this nigga ain't lying. I can verify the fact that that's how this nigga was bred into this shit.
Right.
Because he brought this same fucking mentality to the South Suburbs.
Right.
I'm 40 years old now. Then I was 35. You know what I'm saying? Some shit like that. I'm young OG mode. You know what I'm saying to you? I had been doing security before, but to the extent of this, I wasn't doing security.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
You was bored. You don't know what the fuck
I don't know what the fuck I was doing. I don't know what the fuck I was doing. That all the searching got taught that.
Mm-hmm.
But when I tell you that brawling mentality, nigga, every fucking weekend by Monday fucking morning, I'm in the crib, iced the fuck up, body sore for no fucking reason. I don't know what the fuck.
I demanded order.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I'm in the crib. By Monday morning, I'm in the crib like this, fetal position. You know what I'm saying? Just to heal back up. And when Friday come again, this what the fuck it is.
He ain't bullshitting.
I'm dead ass. The nigga brought that same mentality. And G, I'm listen, if I'm lying, I weigh fucking 90 pounds. I'm trying to tell you. The man brought that same gladiator mentality, you know what I'm saying, out here to that. But at the same time, he built a solid structural foundation based on the foundation that he came from, which was effective as hell.
And then evolved to it.
Yeah.
And then
evolved and really got it. Like he said, at first he was still stuck in his own little.
Right.
He had evolved.
Don't get it twisted. Don't get it twisted. You know what I'm saying? Like,
definitely, I can tell. Yeah.
Still knock a motherfucker out.
Yeah.
So even to that, see, let me tell you, let me go back some. I wasn't a business back then.
We was trapping.
We was trapping.
Right.
I was a nigga in a black t-shirt who was tasked to run this spot. Now, a few months into KOD, they moved. They was like, man, you younger, you more effective. We gonna give you the spot. I had no team. I had no guys. I was literally searching places. Like I found the nigga on the CTA. I'm like, I was riding past the train. I'm like, man, big as shit, man. Come holler at me. Woo. And it really got to just getting niggas, teaching them what I know, and we was tooling on the fly, like effective. Yeah. We was extremely effective at that one spot. And I had the same, like you said, I had the gladiator mentality.
But it was always structured.
It was, but see, I was 25 years old. I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, I'm just saying, like the way you work and the way you describe how you was grinding and shit, that was just instincts kicking in where you was like, okay, I got to build my team now. Somebody that gave me the spot, I'm finna build my team. Then your mentality was, I'm gonna give me some people around me that I can involve with.
And that's how it was. He was one of the very early members that I could call my team.
Right.
I had guys who I was in the game with, like Gonzo and Paulie, who was at Adriana's together, and Dan.
Shout out Gonzo. Shout out Paulie. Shout out Jax.
Shout out Lieutenant Dan. And I had those guys around me, but guys who I could say was under my umbrella, under my team. He was one of the first. We remember Craig, Joe, and all those guys.
Shout out Joe. Yeah. Shout out Micio.
And those guys came. But see, imagine I didn't know much about the business end of security. Exactly. We were still able to trap out there. And
I'm telling you, trapping was just showing up, tearing it up, getting paid.
Tearing it up. And it had to be like that because I'm 25. I was thin back then. I was still an athlete. I'm light skinned. Who is this nigga? Everybody want to try. Right, you know what I'm saying? Right. So when I come, when they have a situation, they hit me on the radio or whatever, and I come as the man, they like, psh.
Exactly.
I'm like, all right, tear it up. We demand order.
Yeah. And that's what the...
That's some shit that I love to be a part. I like that shit structure.
We demand order, man. Yeah. We demand order.
And we doing what's necessary.
Every step of the way. But let me get it. Let me mess you up a little bit.
I like this story, right?
Man, we would go like that. He was like, man, we ain't doing shit. Do them. Yeah. It would be like that. And it wouldn't be you. Sometimes I couldn't even, depending on who I had on that night, if it was Joe and Craig together, sometimes I couldn't even get the shit off. And it'd be, they know.
Because the motherfuckers is already
they know what's up. They know what's up.
You know what I'm saying?
He ain't listening. The man ordered, and I'm gonna fast forward it just a little bit because we did about 2.5 consecutive years like that. They had changed ownerships. Everybody loved me so much. I stuck around through 4 or 5 different owners transitioning the club. They're like, we want to change everything about this place,
except the security,
the name, the license, the construct of it. Whether it's a strip club, whether it's not a strip club, but we keeping the security.
Yeah, that's when you know that work paid off. That's
real. That's real.
That's solid.
Yeah. Like, with everything going on, you kind of got an insider's view of a lot of shit, like the nightlife and just being from the streets, period, the combination of it in the business, man. How you feel about Chicago as a whole, like right now, the place that we in, and do you feel like it's more of a generational thing, or it's just as a whole, everybody, not even just, we can't even just point the finger at the generations that's up right now, but past generations. How you feel about just Chicago and where we going?
Let me touch on the first part of that when you said being in tune with the streets, partly because of what I do and how long I've been doing it at an effective level. I'm gonna say, hell yeah, my information hub, my hotline, whatever you want to call it, is light speed.
Right,
light speed, man. I've been had the same phone number since junior year high school.
Yeah.
Junior year high school, I've had the same number. That's 15 years, 14, 15 years ago. Everybody who come across me and we get to know each other on a certain level gets my phone number. We talk, whatever. My information hotline is the light speed. I'm talking about light speed. So that helps me keep staying tuned with what's going on because my phone ring at the drop anytime something going on. Now, to answer your other question is, how do I feel about what's going on in Chicago right now? And do I feel it's generational? For one, yeah, I feel like it's generational. I can go on and on and on about what the problem is, but it's so many.
Right.
It's really that many, man. You can't pinpoint to just one. if you want to get to his era, it ain't even my era. You can get to his era. They tore the projects down. I mean, if you talking about going back, we'll be here all night. But, but addressing what's going on now, social media is the biggest problem.
I've been saying that social media shit is really, it's gauging us all wrong. You know what I'm saying? And expose, being able to have access and show a motherfucker everything and anything whenever you want to is like, it's the clout chasing era. It's the kings of the clout right here. And ain't what other way to do it than to go live and show a motherfucker, And
drugs bigger than heroin, clout.
Yeah,
more addicted than heroin.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, social media made people way too comfortable to talk shit and not get hit in the face, man.
Yeah.
Be whoever the fuck you want to be.
You can be whatever.
From however far you want to be.
A lot of false courage and shit like that. A
lot of false
it's like texting live though. You know what I'm saying? Instead of you texting, you can go live and express yourself and without a motherfucker touching you. You'll text a motherfucker. This social media shit is just, you can be whoever you want to be on this shit.
You can be, and you can hide yourself. You can throw a rock and tuck your hand, hide your hand. You can say something and tuck your tail. You're able to play the fence. It's social media, I think, on top of a lot of other stuff, systemic stuff. I can go into all that.
Right.
But as of right now, social media has got to be the biggest issue with the quality of Chicago life right now. And I mean, accessibility to guns and all that can even flower back into systemic stuff and all that. But social media, being able to go live and dish your people and niggas be going live at the crime scene after the crime.
Ridiculous shit.
Somebody said that yesterday. Like, you don't even need the police.
Ridiculous ass
They
shit.
investigating that shit right there.
The case that it's gonna bring.
Yeah.
Nigga, I was right here when this shit happened.
I seen that. I seen that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Live at the crime scene. After he did the crime.
Yeah.
And we was right here.
Yeah.
But
the whole rule,
the game has changed, man.
Everything is a going. That's what I was finna say. With being a man, Chicago always kept it structured, but right now it's like this generation right here, they don't give a fuck about no
We
structure.
are structuralists, man.
But we yeah, right, exactly.
It's dog eat dog, man. Right now, a few years ago, it was a crew on the west side that called themselves Chief Hunters.
Yeah.
Chief Hunters, and that right there back in the day was treason, man.
Yeah.
To say something like that was treason, man. You a what, hunter?
Yeah. You did.
That's at you, shorty. What color you want to be buried in? You know what I'm saying? That's treason, man. But right now, man, the big homie era is gone because nobody care. You know what I'm saying? It's just over with. It's dog eat dog right now, man.
Man,
I'm saying.
Just talking about that, and then I don't want to jump into it too fast, but because we want to talk about Von, but that's just a great example of it with the Jeezy and Gucci battle shit. The way Gucci came out, I expected him to come out like that, but it was a lot of like broken, like coming on there and just the dissing shit cool, but then when you go deep into it, to me, when he got into the sent 10 niggas at me, I'm gonna send them back in the box and all that shit. Yeah, I'm gonna send them back in the box and all this type of shit. Like certain shit, I felt like.
Go ahead.
With Gucci, he was real emotional. He showed it. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't expect him to come no other way. But it was like, if you wanted to be on that level, nigga, you could have kept it on the street level and just stayed. You know what I'm saying? Like, the disrespect was kind of like,
damn,
broke the internet.
I tell you what.
Put that nigga ass in the dirt.
I tell you what.
Smoking on Pookie Load tonight.
I tell you what. This how we gonna do this.
Send some more, I'ma send them the same way. In a box back to you.
Are you doing too
free
much
kill?
talking?
Free kill.
Man. I tell you what though. See, when I even called you and extended this invite, my nigga, I did it as a real man. It's been 20 motherfucking years.
15 years.
Okay, well, how many? You still talking the same shit. You feel me? Still talking the same shit.
Hey, man, you gotta take that.
Let me talk, my nigga. Let me talk.
Listen.
Let me talk,
I don't want to talk. I'm through talking. It's your turn to do the song.
That's
what
right.
are we gonna
That's
do?
right. That's right.
Are we gonna do some music or
I tell you what. My nigga, I tell you what. It go like this. When I extended the invitation, I did it as a real man. You feel me? Because I
told you straight off the dribble. I told you off the dribble, nigga, we can't do nothing if it ain't street. If I can't perform the truth, we can't do it.
It's all good, but let me say my piece. Let me say my piece.
Take off.
Let me say my piece. It's like this, bro. I extended my hand because I'm a real man. And the shit we came from in the street, dog, you seen it, we been through it, dog. 20 years. 20 years. And when I said I wanted to do this shit for the culture, that's what I wanted to do, nigga. I brought you here to show you the world care about what the fuck we got going on, because we are the culture. You feel me? Me and you. Where we came from. What we been through, nigga. Us. Me and you. All these kids out here doing what the fuck they do because they saw what went on with us, dog. So this shit ain't about me. This shit ain't about you. You feel what I'm saying? This shit about King Von. This shit about Dope B. This shit about Nipsey Hussle. This shit about motherfucking Pop Smoke, M3. And I'm real enough to do that, nigga.
Shout out Jeezy, because I saw.
If I was Jeezy, I saw a lot of some growth.
That was growth. Yeah. That was growth. Yeah. That was growth. What you got on? What's that?
That's my boy Scoop Era, man.
Shout out Scoop Era.
I heard about that shit
my
too.
Boy,
yeah.
Shout
out Scoop
Young
Era.
boy shipping all the way to Australia, man. He global down there.
I seen the boxes come through with that.
Yeah. My boy.
Yeah, I definitely saw it.
We gonna need a I need a like a 4X.
He did 2 especially for me, but I'm gonna make a call.
And that lead me to this nigga know everybody in the motherfucker. If it's somebody to know, that's somebody. Mm-hmm. Entertainment side, street side. They got this man number.
I make it my business.
And listen. And this again, this is roses while you can smell them, flowers while you can inhale them. You know what I'm saying? Like, I done seen this shit with my own eyes.
Right.
Celebrity, I'm talking about industry, TV. Celebrity, street, Chicago, our scene. Do you think that the Chicago music scene perpetuates the violence that goes on as a platform in the city of Chicago?
Absolutely, without a doubt, because it's no longer an art. It's meant to be what it's for. It's meant to get this message across. And like
what is the message? Tell me the message, man.
That we up one because we got the last one. I mean, it's in the lyrics. I got a homie who locked up right now, man. One of the shorties, man, I watched him grow up, man. Hurt. Put it in a rap. They came and got him off the rap. I don't even want to say the lyrics.
So this shit ain't no this shit real life. It ain't
exactly.
rap.
Man, he put it in the rap. Man,
yeah.
woo. I say
that's that flip side to that freedom of speech shit.
Yeah.
The cannon will be used.
That's the social media shit. Like they taking it to another level. But he's saying like this they life really. Like,
it is their life, and they
really
putting it on through music. They life, but it's not. It's no longer art. It could be some. And most of it is shittiest music you will ever hear, but it's meant to be heard massively.
I'm making this song just so a bunch of motherfuckers can understand. I'm up 1 on you. I'm up 2 on you.
Yeah.
I'm going and doing the most horrific shit just to come back and make this song and let the world know you ain't shit. We up 3. We up 4. We up 5.
Yeah, and then we got you. And we here. And we this generation is full of people who think they young and untouchable, man.
Yeah.
They can't be stopped. They gun bigger than the next person gun. They move different. And in all actuality, if you drink, you smoke, you party, then you're not moving militant minded as is. No. You know what I'm saying? So that's that. But in short, yes, the music is a big problem. But like you say, freedom of expression, you can't take it away from them. You can't take it away from them to be able to publish it public via YouTube or SoundCloud or mixtapes. And
they building fan base that's, not to cut you off, that's so strong. Mm-hmm. Like YouTube right now, whatever the fuck you want to do, you get you a YouTube channel. It's on.
It's on.
You ask a young motherfucker right now who they listen to, they might name somebody you don't even fucking know. But you go check their followers and they subscribers, they own them. So
and it be people who ain't even living in the world we live in.
Yeah, definitely.
Half of our drill rapping fans is kids, little white kids in Idaho or Colorado or Wisconsin.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
People who will never touch the culture.
And this is why this the first, you know what I'm saying, guys, like I want to bring here, you know what I'm saying, because if you out on the night scene, if you're part of the music scene, the acting scene, if you're anywhere that's somewhere to be on this night scene, you're going to come across this hat.
This is my trademark.
You hear me?
Like Pepsi. Like you say, what boy saying Blue Magic, it's my I stand by it, man.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah.
That's good shit right there. I'm all about that shit.
With that being said, with the music and holding accountability for the freedom of speech.
Hold on. I'm sorry. Before we even get to, I want to say this. This brand so respected, man. I get 100 people tell me a week, man. I won't even party there if you or your team ain't there, man. I just want to say I want to touch on that before we skip past this part. People tell me often, real niggas to mothers of three, people who really stamped in this city and really got to move a certain way to nobody be like, man, we ain't coming if you ain't there or if your team ain't there. My company name is Source One Security.
Shout out Source One.
Shout out Source One Security. You know what I'm saying? Established 2017. People tell me, man, if Source One ain't there, we ain't coming. I just want to say that, man. And that right there in Chicago is the highest level of respect you can get, because if people feel safe partying with you, then you doing something right. I took you off track though, so go ahead. Yeah.
Chicago, music scene, accountability, freedom of speech, King Von.
Rest in peace, King Von. Man.
Rest in peace, King Von. Absolutely. What happened? Because of course,
hey Jan.
Of course, we see the social media. We see what was put for us to see. We saw the camera angles. We got everybody's take on it. What happened?
Man, what happened was something that absolutely shouldn't have happened. And I'm saying that, not talking about his death. I'm talking about the way it happened. Let me just say this. I'm the ticket, man. And it's something that's been said already, but since we here, I'm gonna say it again. I'm the ticket. The ticket should never be put in that type of situation.
Absolutely.
I'm the way out, man.
Yeah.
So he had about 35, 40 people with him. I won't even say, like you say, you gotta keep it, I gotta keep it neutral. So I'm gonna use the words, according to things I've seen.
Mm-hmm. Allegedly.
That's the word I was looking for. Allegedly, he was supposed to have somebody come back to his car and tell him that Quando, that Shorty was over there lamping. What? If I'm the ticket,
why the fuck you telling me?
What you do is you come to the car.
Why would I even be if you know what this is?
Right.
Don't take care of that shit.
No.
Don't even say shit to me.
You should come back to the car telling me, man, Shorty was over there. I just took care of that. Let's go in.
Exactly.
Don't come tell me he over there. Let's get him.
That's a bad team.
And so go ahead.
I'm just saying that's a bad team. That just what he described right there was just a recipe for disaster. With somebody who's valuable, got some motherfuckers around them that really don't value them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Or need the head to move, and it shouldn't be like that.
You gotta that's first and foremost, understand that the name holds a lot of weight.
Yeah.
You make this name popular from the rounds, but in the name is King Von. So if you move how you're supposed to move, everything around you is supposed to do what? Protect the what? The fucking king.
The king,
yeah.
Like chess.
It's in his name.
Fucking chessboard. What the fuck was the knights?
And if you're hailing him this, you're respecting him as this. If he is the way out, like we all have seen, if he has been the 10 toes down person, if he has been holding the name, the king, why was the king not protected?
Right. Insulated.
At all costs.
Yeah.
At all fucking costs.
We done saw this a few times though, like
I was just getting to that.
Where the king is doing shit that he shouldn't supposed to be. As far as back when Pac and the incident at the hotel and the casino and shit like that.
Who do you hold accountable for that?
You gotta hold the king.
You hold management accountable for that?
But the king, he set examples like how you just said, like with your business. It started out with you. You spread that shit amongst the people that you chose to hand pick, and put that inside of them. You didn't want to be with these guys who already had their people and what they was doing. You wanted to start your own little program, and he picked the people he picked, and these people coming back like that wasn't a good pick for him. And there's a lot of people that got people around them that's not. Your environment, you got to make that shit the best it could possibly be to make you better, and to make the other people around you better.
So who inside of that situation is the person that you were speaking about that has that sense, that knows the objective is to to protect the king, so to speak. To protect it. We'll keep it basic.
I mean, why would you have...
To protect the investment. He's the investment.
Right.
He's the investment. If anything goes wrong with him, it trickles down like it's over.
Right.
So who was the person inside of that situation that was responsible, that's supposed to have been right there? So when that other person alerted him that there was trouble on the horizon, the one right there like, hold on, let wipe the band.
He might have made a bad decision, and it might have been that one person doing three things. He was the person that do that, and that.
Step up too.
Get into that. That's I was trying to get you to get into that. You know what I'm saying? Like
his security's supposed to step up. His security's supposed to grab him.
You're a big name artist.
I've had.
Did he have security with him, or
he had security with him? He had not. I ain't talking about his niggas. Right. He had security with him,
and that still happened like that.
And that still happened. His
That's
security,
a weak ass security.
How
the team, everything was weak as hell. So I blame him for that shit.
Invest into real security, and I've had times where I've grabbed clients. I've been on tour. We ain't getting into. I've been on world tours. I've been on several tours.
Tell the story. Like we here for stories. We're for stories.
We had a few topics to touch on, but I've been on a couple tours with Thug. I did the Bad Boy, partial Bad Boy tour with Diddy. I've been out with Ray Shrummer, 14 Days, T-Pain. I mean, I've been a lot of people, a lot of places. I can even name more, but I've had times where I've grabbed clients in dangerous situations. Like, man, let's go against clients' will. Big names, little names, and we had something with Dolph, and we before like Dolph was Dolph. I'm talking about Dolph was kind of just starting out. We had to get Dolph, and Dolph a real nigga. We had to get Dolph up out of there. Yeah. To the point where I will grab you up. But you could do what you got. We'll talk about that shit later.
But we gone.
Right, you finna get out of
when you gonna talk your shit, fire me, and do all that shit, and a few days later when the shit hit the fan, you like, man, he was right. Come on, we good. We got another date. Yeah. It's been like that. Thug is one of the most volatile people I've ever been on the road with, man. He's something different, man. He is different. I don't even know what the word I'm looking for, man, but he a larger than life figure. He like to be in the mix. He's still a real nigga. And in Atlanta, Thug is a real button pusher. So his environment is like that. So
shout out to button pushers,
man. Real button pushers.
Shout out to real button pushers.
Real button pushers is a lost thing these days. But he one of the few that's like he one of like Jay Prince is in Houston.
Oh yeah, that's
a button pusher.
That's strong.
He a button pusher.
Shit like that. That's
he a button pusher, man.
He
might be a small step under him, but he a button pusher.
That's a bold statement.
He might be he might be a step under that.
But he on the lights. He in that.
That's a big
realm under that.
You know when he make it to Jay Prince age, see Jay Prince came up in structure.
Yeah,
so he got his organization that's still pretty structured out there.
Yeah.
I had a shootout in Houston, Super Bowl weekend, Patriots versus New England.
Yes, sir.
I got shot in the foot. We had a shootout out there. Them Houston niggas was a little wild.
Yes,
I flew down there with
a little wild.
I flew down there with a team. We had a bang out. I was sure we had a bang out. Them niggas tried to rush the door. We ain't budge. They flew us down because they knew it was rowdy, and I told you I was getting my name. They flew me and four of my guys down for a 5-man team to man a few spots down there. We stood tall on some Houston niggas trying to rush the door with their pipe. We holding them back. We blocking them. Them niggas go about 30 yards into the parking lot and let them bitches go. We go back. I catch a little foot shot, get a little out of there.
Shout out to the gun laws in Texas.
Yeah, shout out to the fucking gun laws in Texas.
Shout out to the gun laws in Texas.
We let them have it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Stole a Jeep and everything that day.
Had to get the gun. Had to get up out of there.
You know what I'm saying? We got
they had to send some Chicago niggas down there.
Yeah, to control them monsters. Yeah. They made their money and it was the end of that. But
and that's not to say anything against, you know what I'm saying? Like, again, shout out the big homie Jay Prince.
Yeah, for
definitely.
Sure. Yeah, for sure. But you know, he can't be everywhere at all times. But I said that to say Thug or somebody, and he like to be in those environments. And it's been times you might have to grab Thug against what he want to do, because your job is to protect numero uno.
Client, absolutely.
Numero uno.
The investment.
And then, like you say, you'll figure that shit out later.
Yeah.
At any given time, any type of volatile situation getting tense, protect the investment. And I don't know if y'all remember that shit with Future. Y'all remember that whole, it went viral, his bodyguard getting knocked out? Maybe a year ago, they was overseas.
We'll pull that shit up, definitely.
Future bodyguard got knocked out overseas like 2 years ago. What an untrained eye don't see in that video, what the video shows is Future walking away from his bodyguard getting beat up. Big Z, I think his name was, big old 6'9", light-skinned bald head nigga, right? The video clearly shows Future walking away. Future got held from that video saying he just walking away from his bodyguard getting stuffed out. He was getting snuffed out by like 2 niggas. And clear as day, Future walking across the street. You know why? Because Future's other bodyguard, shout out to Truck, Big Truck, a real nigga.
Shout out Big Truck.
Future's other bodyguard, no matter what's going on, gotta get Future to safety.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So they go back to saying the number one duty was to protect the investment like it should have been for Von. Mm-hmm. Security should have stepped up because you don't trust the niggas with this. You don't trust niggas. They high, they drunk, they emotional, they younger more than likely.
Yeah.
You don't got even the 30-year-old, 35-year-old nigga so lost in the sauce and want to be up under the man. They gonna go for him. In that video you seen when he swung, everybody else converged to swing. Somebody should have stepped back and peeped the scene.
Exactly. They should have been doing that the whole fucking time.
The same way Fool Homie sat back and peeped the scene.
He ain't opened that door till the shit kicked off.
You know what I'm saying to you? Now, it's an emotional situation for our city because he's from our city.
Yeah, it's another L, you know what I'm saying?
But you know my standpoint on everything. Accountability.
Yeah, definitely.
Accountability.
I'm with you.
And even now, nobody's being held accountable. On from his camp, I should say, from Von's camp. Of course, Shorty is held accountable because he locked up for it. But in Von's camp, nobody's the one to blame still right now. Who do you blame? I'm me personally being in the field. I blame the security. I blame the security and bad management. Because the bad management for the fact that I should have had some better equipped professional security. When I've turned down artists coming to Chicago, we got the call for 6ix9ine, 4-man detail. We was gonna be surrounded by. It was 4 of us and 4 police officers. And I get my homie Black on the phone. I asked,
Shout out Big Black.
I asked him, do you feel comfortable? We've turned stuff down. So he should have had some real quality security, and he should have been managed. But they wasn't even supposed to be at that spot. His hosting was over
because he is the king. Because the story said they was on their way to the Airbnb or to the or to the room or whatever after his album release party, and then without anybody's knowledge, he decided to detour and go to this after hour hookah spot lounge.
Opium is a hookah spot in Atlanta.
Okay, so allegedly, someone came and alarmed and came and told him that somebody that apparently that it was riff with is in a vehicle, distance away from you, asleep.
Yeah. That's fucked up right there.
Do you hold that person right there accountable? Because with everybody supposed to be having the same vision and the same understanding,
they can't have it. If he came back and told him, they should have just did what the fuck they supposed to do.
What I'm saying.
So that's what I'm saying. The head is everything to me.
That very person right there that came and lit that fuse under the investment. If you know who you around, shout out Uncle Mark. My uncle got a saying.
Yeah.
I'll make you my business.
Yeah.
If you around somebody and you claim to be who you are to somebody, you make that person your business. You know who they are, inside and out. Their ups, their downs, their triggers, and everything else. So if you're in this circle of people, then you're trusted to be somebody. And we all should have
That's not true no more. That's not true no more. Maybe back then, niggas now, all right, we got a show over here. Everybody piling as many cars as we can get, and we gonna roll out.
And that's dangerous.
Half the time, you might not even know every nigga around you. If I'm the artist and you my homie, I got 10 homies with me, then my homie might have 4 or 5 homies and 2 shorties, and I don't even know. It's been time
just for the entourage.
Just for the entourage. I don't even know everybody who with us. It's been time. I've been with clients or artists, and we don't even know everybody with us. Man, what's them? Man, get them out of the studio. We don't. You know what I'm saying? It's like that. So go ahead.
You need people around you like that. I just
safety,
blame
man.
Head, like the mentality of you is gonna spread throughout your people. It's just like how you was describing how he started off and his mentality and how he spread it. I just think that situation right there could have went.
Cookies right there.
Hell yeah.
I'm hungry as
Want
hell.
some cookies,
Hell
guys?
yeah. I'm stuck.
Joe, can we?
I was trying to do what I said.
No, shit, like, we in there. We
they look like the motherfucking Benevita joints too.
Shout out to whatever background we're gonna have up here. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to JoJo.
Yeah.
Shout out to you. Know what I'm saying? Like, yo, you want some cookies, guy?
I knew there was them Lorna Dooms.
Yeah. No, I'm good.
Yeah, I'm taking it. Don't worry about it. Yes, sir.
I'm good right now.
Starving.
So go ahead.
No, I was just speaking, man. Like the mentality to me with the Von situation, like for his guy to come and his homie to come and say, man, dude, sleep over here.
To spark that, if you know it's a sour situation with him and the investment, why is there not a chain of command? Mm-hmm. You shouldn't even want. It should have been somebody that. Before you even spoke to him,
it should have been somebody else. Y'all should have spoke with each other.
That's his job personally.
Speak to the shooter.
Yeah.
Where the shooter at? Or the shooters?
He was everything. That's what I'm saying.
That
was a weak team right there. It ain't no disrespect. Nobody knows it was a weak team. And the results came out to be what they was.
If you know
but damn, he the only hothead. Because you got to go get him in.
But if you know he is.
He has some shooters. He has some shorties with him.
But what I'm saying is, damn, they should have knew to make that decision on their own without even him.
Some people can't move without the direction, man.
And that's what I'm saying. So you got to know your personnel, your clientele. I mean, your people that you working with, and you should already know that shit. He had his front line they wasn't on shit, really. Mm-hmm. That's what it was. But I'm saying that's a weakness though. When you take the hood with you when you ain't got no structure with you, then
so then let me ask you,
get results like that, and now his life is lost behind some shit like that.
I'm glad you said that because shout out Drink Champs. You know what I'm saying? I would binge watching that shit for the past
I fuck with Drink Champs.
like 48 hours. I'm talking about like
I fuck with
going to sleep, sleeping is playing, waking up in it.
You fuck with the.
So I watched the episode with Eric Nix and James Cruz. Violator management, you know what I'm saying? Now Rock Nation management, you know what I'm saying? Like, when you reach a particular level, remember I was saying it in our first episode, when you've hit a particular level, a particular successful level, sometimes hood management, no matter how good they are at their job, then you put yourself in a position to make their situation even better. But at some point in time,
still gonna make a hood decision.
You need to be handled
by a professional.
Yeah,
by professional
and that's
people.
What we were speaking about when he made the decision to say, "I'm gonna play it safe on both." Like I'm not gonna even let that hood shit get to me. When it come to business, it's gonna be business. 10-year niggas or not, 20-year niggas or not. You gonna get the same results when you ask me this question when we talking about this business. I think
I ain't gonna lie. I'm not gonna cap. I didn't really go back and really dig deep into his music, just like everybody else. You know how they say they're rappers. They better promotion because then you go back to, you know what I'm saying? Like,
so
none of the whole scene is I don't, you know what I'm saying, either way. So
he had it on the rap side though. He was nice.
So when I went back and I began to hear, everybody's kept telling the storytelling. You know what I'm saying? And it made me go back and listen to some things. You know what I'm saying?
What you get from it?
Shorty paint pictures like Biggie. I mean, not like Biggie. That's
I won't say like Biggie.
He the best. He the best of all. Biggie's my favorite rapper of all time. But he had the style like Biggie.
I'm gonna keep it funky. Being a writer.
Yeah.
Being a writer. When you write with some content, you want to write with the video already, you know what I'm saying, the visual for the video. If a motherfucker was just to hear the song, they should be able to shoot the movie in their head. Shorty painted that picture. Mm-hmm. Vividly. The shit he was talking about, it was some wild shit. You know what I mean?
I saw him on
but
some shit.
But being able to keep a cadence, a storyline, a segue, you know what I'm saying? Like,
and make it into good music that rhymes and makes sense. I mean, that's for Shorty for Shorty to have no previous rap experience, no previous teaching, or Shorty spent more than half his life in institutions, you know what I'm saying, institutions and all that shit. Come out, I knew it already because I know his camp, I know his environment. But Shorty said on the interview, man, he had no ambitions to be a rapper. Yeah, he got like almost dared to make a song and it hit. And
so he's the golden child. He's the ticket.
One of them naturals, you know what I'm saying?
He's the ticket. You know what I'm saying to you? The grandson, as they dub him, like he's the ticket. You protect that at all costs.
Yeah. But you got to know you the ticket too. He might have. Sometimes I'm telling you,
undisputed his age though. He's still, at an age range where
everybody don't get it at the same time.
Exactly.
He was King Von, but at the same time, he might have still been like. Sometimes you got to make some king decisions, and you move like you one of the service or something. Mm-hmm. And it ain't the right time to do that. Sometimes your mentality got to grow as you're gonna be this king. You got to make some king moves, some king decisions, and sometimes you fall victim to your own decisions. And I just think that like how it happened, it was just that was too easy for me.
So keep it funky. Do you blame Shorty and them camp for his death? Are they bogus? Are they wrong?
No, I mean in the streets, no. As much as King Von death hurt the city a lot, and I mean a lot of my personal friends and family
absolutely
was affected because of where we from. You know what I'm saying? Now you talking about Chicago. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
So it hurt, but street rules say no. Little Shorty, Little Tim or Tom, whatever his name is, did everything he was supposed to do. He seen that. Everybody say Von had his hands out. He was whooping up on Quando. True, but it's also 50 of y'all, 40 of y'all. More realistically, 40 of y'all people finna converge. Shorty could have hopped out with his fist too, and he got stumped to death, maybe worse. He used his instinct and his reaction to do what he had to do. Now, you could play it because of people's pain, because of people hurt. They can say, "Well, he could have did a get up off him shot, which is a warning shot." Yeah, people in your pain and your anguish, you could say that. But in real life, in real time,
and from the video, it looked like Von was getting the best of. You know what I'm saying? Like
he was.
He came throwing them motherfuckers.
And now this the double edge. This the other end of the double edge of that sword. If the shoe was on the other foot, would the whole world be saying Von was wrong?
And that's what I mean by accountability.
Yeah. If Von
was Shorty wrong, or did he do what he was supposed to do?
He did what he was supposed to do.
Out of his camp.
Yeah,
for his homie, for his ticket, for his investment, for his.
He was successful. He did exactly what needed to be done.
That's all I'm saying.
For his king, for his ticket, for his King Von, he did what he's supposed to do. If Quando is his Von and his ticket is his, and he take care of Shorty. He covered
Saeed.
Yeah. He take care of him. Shorty got gold in his mouth and jewelry and keep a bankroll, and that's his right. That's his. In raps, I don't know if y'all Quando Rondo fans. I am, man. I like working out to the shit. He dropped Lil Tum name all the time. That's his shooter.
Yeah.
In all his raps. All of them.
So you know he not moving without Tim.
Right.
You know if he's somewhere allegedly in a car sleep comfortably, unconscious.
Because Shorty in the driver's seat.
You got to know Tim some fucking way around. If it's 30 of y'all, and from what I understand, Von was a master at knowing how to move. Mm-hmm. So if it's 30 of y'all, and you know it's obvious beef with Shorty, why out of 30 people, nobody was fucking checking for Tim? Yeah. Nope. You saw him sleep. Wait, no. You saw the target sleep. And nobody was checking for Timmy? Nobody was checking for Tim? Nobody was looking for Tim.
No, right. And they know he the shooter.
And you know.
All that shit was botched. Like, that was some bad.
It was a botched move.
Man, that was bad.
It was a botched
That was
move.
One of them nights where shit just was.
But that comes from not being taught the game. Shorty had the game. Von had the game coming up and
they say Von was a master.
Let me tell you why. Let me tell you why. He wasn't the average 25, 26-year-old. He was brought up. He had the game because of the way he was brought up. It was still some structure left. Prison.
Yeah.
Even juvenile prison. They still got structure, laws, and policies. He was brought up there. So he was able to bring that shit out with him. It was in him. It was Bob been locked up, was juvenile, like everything. He bought, you know what I'm saying? Half his life he been locked up, right? So he had those laws and that structure in him, but he couldn't give it to everybody.
Yeah.
So although he might have known how to move, like I said, the big homie era was over and all that shit. So the same structure that he had, everybody else didn't have. The same mind frame, the same how to move and all that shit. Because in prison, as y'all, you know what I'm saying, as people probably know, it's more structured there. You know what I'm saying?
Probably the only places left.
That's the only places left. And
So you saying basically he came out with the structure mentality trying to give it to these niggas, but
I don't know if he tried to give it to them, they just didn't have it. But he had
to, because when you come out like that, you carry that shit with you everywhere you go. They
But
just didn't get it.
But that's what he started out by saying. You know what I'm saying? The mindset of one person is one thing, but a group of people.
Yeah.
Is a
that's
totally
what he said. A
different
group of
animal.
people is the dumbest motherfuckers in the world. You might be smart. I heard him. I already see what he.
a person, an individual is smart, but people are dumb, man. I've been saying that shit forever. Before, like earlier, I say, man, a group of people was dumb, man. But you pull one person out, man, he'll hit you.
Sometimes you together as a group, you know, some people they don't read their instinct. They read somebody. Now they stop thinking with their own instinct and start watching shit.
It's the numbers and
instead
courage.
of just using their instinct. Now it's a crowd of motherfuckers.
This new generation draw courage off numbers, man.
Yeah,
strength and numbers. They draw courage off numbers,
and that's what I'm talking about. The mentality, like that's the climate that you in,
right? You got
the environment you in. You naturally, that's every day to you.
And then it's man, notoriety make people jealousy something different these days, man. You cannot. You know what I realized in Chicago, Illinois,
church.
man.
Let me get this sip of your
You
shit
cannot bother nobody. You can mind your business,
man. Get
your money. Don't be a part of
the
nothing.
Humblest motherfucker ever.
Don't be a part of nothing, man. And be the humblest nigga in the world. And the motherfuckers still take you out because they envious.
Yeah.
And I'm speaking directly because 2 weeks ago, man, I lost one of my closest homies. Rest in peace, Vail, man.
Rest in peace, Vail. Rest in peace, Heavy Vail. Young Heavy Vail.
Young Heavy Vail, man.
We're going to drink the Young Heavy Vail.
For sure. Man, I appreciate that. And I'm telling you this. Vail didn't do, and a nigga will get up on the soapbox and lie to you. I ain't never glorified none of my homies that was bogus. But I could tell the truth about them. You know what I'm saying? I got a homie who was a grim reaper, a grave digger. He got, but that was the game he was in.
Shout him out, though.
I mean, shout out to Yamel. You know what I'm saying? That's my oldest boy, and I'm in a position where I've never had to pick a side. You know what I'm saying? I've been able to be cool and I've been accepted everywhere because I never picked a side. I never played the fence. You know what I'm saying? Motherfucker couldn't corrupt me either way. So I can shout out my homie Yamel and I can shout out King Von, and from a personal level, it get respected, even though they opposition. But I had a homie, like I say, who was a heathen in the streets. Somebody got up with him, and still rest in peace him. But that's the life he lived. Now my homie Vail ain't did nothing. Nobody wasn't a drug dealer, wasn't a murderer, wasn't a fighter, wasn't a woman beater, wasn't a pimp, wasn't a panderer, wasn't nothing.
Right.
All he did. He's a one woman man. No, in 2020, guy at a 25-year-old nigga, that's rare. He had
an old lady.
He loved his old lady. Yeah. He loved his sons.
He had to be old school mentality for real.
He was an old soul for sure. He got to his paper. He partied and never bothered a soul, man. A soul. He I'm talking about. This I'm from a nigga. I talk to him. I'm with him every day. Talk to him. If I wasn't with him, I talk to him every day. We all out in the Dominican Republic having the time of our life a few months ago.
Facts.
A nigga that does nothing get took out for a watch.
Damn.
In a restaurant, a motherfucker clock his watch in a restaurant, shining. Wait for him outside, take it off his wrist, but gotta do him to do it. So you telling me a nigga that lived his whole life the right way, do everything right, take care of his mama, go to church. I'm talking about you think I'm playing about a nigga like you don't nigga. Y'all might think a nigga don't exist like this in 2020. A young black nigga who party and wear jewelry. You know what I'm saying? But he did. His name was Lavelle Mathis. You know what I'm saying? Do everything right and still get took out getting you a 6-piece from the chicken spot. Chicago like that, it's almost a no-win situation here, man.
And when I was telling you that, like, it's a suicide mission.
It's a no-win situation.
The streets are
here,
suicide
man.
mission. You definitely gotta.
No. Don't say the streets. He's not in the streets. He wasn't in the streets.
Right.
He wasn't in the streets. You have to call it what it is.
To everything. But the streets in Chicago, some kind of way, the streets is you gonna have to come and confront the streets.
So you telling me you can't go get no chicken?
No, that's the story behind it. Like, you can't.
I mean,
and that's sad. Sooner or later, because he's just a man of integrity. Like, he ain't, he work hard for his shit. He just out getting some chicken, but he ain't going either though.
He wasn't going, but
not on no bullshit, but on some necessary shit. I'm not
as
going.
a man.
Yeah.
Why would I have to give up my shit?
Yeah.
Being in this business, you do grow with your crowd.
You do.
Yeah.
You do.
You begin to see people 3-4 times a week, every night.
I met Vail in the clubs. Long time ago, in the club. Our relationship started at a party, man. And people get that confused, man. It's two types of homies in this world. It's two types of A1 dogs in this world. One that you came up with 10, 15, 20 years ago, and the dogs you with every day, man. Y'all might be two opposite sides, but the bond be the same. People think that you gotta have a 20-year relationship for somebody to be your A1 dog.
Yeah, I don't
Me and Vail been in the game like 5 years, and that was my A1 dog. I got 15-year homies who I barely talk to.
Yeah,
and it's fucked up not to pick a side on this podcast, but Vail, 15-year homie, I'm gonna ride for Vail harder. That was my dog. That's my everyday homie. That's my everyday dog. You know what I'm saying? So you know what I'm saying? It be like that. People just get the time. People get a time, want to timestamp everything and shit like that. That'll be the case. Like you say, you grow with your people.
Yeah.
I grew with him, and we, like I say, 5 years. I met him at a party. At a fucking party. Some people just you just connect with. You know what I'm saying? And he was one of them.
So you know what I'm saying, was this is how I didn't have a relationship with, you know what I'm saying, Vail to the extent that he did, but because of the party scene, you know what I'm saying, and that, like, I've always seen them, you know what I'm saying, when you come through, they name drop this nigga a whole lot in the world, bro. Yeah. Like, this nigga name is like I've met this nigga brothers, cousin. A bitch said she was his OG one time. You know what I'm saying? Like, they dropped this nigga name like this nigga name supersedes the owner of the fucking club.
Right.
Sometimes it do.
When you put in that type of situation, and you have to still be a man of integrity after you know they not playing fair. No matter which way you know what I'm saying, you pick or go, it could possibly go this way for nothing.
Yeah.
Do you still be a man of integrity, or does that make you play by the rules of the game that they get out here at the time? Because nothing is guaranteed but evolution. You're supposed to change. So if the game has changed like that, and you know you could be killed just going to get a 6-piece.
Yeah.
This is because you shining. This is because you don't want to let a motherfucker take what you got. So I'll kill you. Your life is worth your watch. I put a value on you. Your life is worth what's on your wrist. Yo, this weak in my mouth.
What you saying? Do you adapt to this? Or do you stand firm in your
man? Listen.
Or do you stand firm, like, in your integrity?
Exactly. Because we are creatures of habit. When you place in a particular environment, you're supposed to be able to adapt to that environment and survive. But when you come from a particular era and a particular structure and a particular, you know what I'm saying, upbringing, your integrity is who you are when nobody's looking, right?
Yeah. I mean, and sometimes that's the most important piece to you as a person, like never changing who you are. Like, no matter what I do, is one thing about a person that they say, like, I never get this up. I might wear hats all my motherfucking life. You might not never catch me without a hat on. But another motherfucker be like, well, my respect is everything. My integrity is everything. I die for that shit. And some people truly mean that shit.
So with that being said, do you, whether it's legal or illegal,
you live with the results.
Move about your city, the city of Chicago. Like it's a choice and a chance every day. Have to going outside.
I'm gonna touch. That's a good question, and I'm gonna say, man, if you can't change your surroundings, if you're not able to change your surroundings at the time, whether it's physically, financially, or whatever reason, you have to adapt. Mm-hmm. You have to. If you can't better your situation, and believe me, man, leaving Chicago. And I'm a lifelong Chicago resident. Love it. My business is here. I got my property, my residence, my rental properties out here. My family is here. You know what I'm saying? Everybody I love is here for the most part. And I can say on this microphone, man, leaving Chicago is a better situation for 99.9% of people, man.
Yeah.
And especially black folks. Young black folks that want to do something and live, man, it's other outlet, and I hate to say that, but I'm a real. You want the real, you want the raw. This is what it is, man.
I want the raw.
Man, leaving this
place.
Give
me the raw shit that's gonna hurt, but I gotta later on.
Man, leaving this place is a gym. Is the best way out, man. Because like you say, you can't go get no chicken. Mm-hmm. They shooting on the Magnificent Mile.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I went shopping last week. I'm talking about with Saks and Louis and all that shit. They got units. They got units on every corner. Now, you can get into the whole problem of why Lori allocating units to sit on the Magnificent Mile and not sit on some of the hot spots that she know in the neighborhood. So they got all this gang intel. They got a whole unit of police that's dedicated to social media intel.
Yeah, definitely.
So you got all the intel, but that's neither here nor there.
Shout out to hip hop police.
You know what I'm saying? That's a real thing. I got a homie.
Hell yeah.
I got a homie who works in my security company, but in the daytime he's a police officer.
Yeah.
Guess what he does? Get information from social media and make huge arrests.
Yeah, you see.
Shout out to him. I won't say
first
your name.
48, all that type of shit.
Shout out to him.
And we got a group, and he can talk about it. Yeah. He can talk about it. We be talking in the group, and he be like, look at this. And he'll send me a picture of 4 shorties with Drakes, and he be like, guess what I'm finna do? I'm like, what? I'm finna go make the arrest. Yeah. Because they social media. Yeah. But I was saying, man, for anybody with any type of ambition or who can't change their surroundings, change them, man.
So, fast forward, the drama that's going on with the music, you know what I'm saying, and then being held accountable for the culture, you know what I'm saying. You, 15 years ago, Young Jeezy and Gucci had a beef.
On the music tip, Gucci won. I mean, Jeezy won. Musically, Jeezy won for sure. It didn't even resonate because I came up with Gucci and Jeezy. I love them both. It didn't even resonate to me at the time before the shit kicked off. Just how many bangers Jeezy really had. I'm talking about that transcended time even.
Yeah.
Jeezy shit still turn us up. I'm talking about that shit. But while Jeezy may have won the music battle, Gucci won the versus war.
Well, how?
A number of ways.
How?
Let me tell you, number one, the money. They got paid for that.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Gucci got paid $1 million. Jeezy got paid $500,000
for the battle.
For the verses. Gucci he wouldn't even commit. They couldn't get Gucci to commit unless he got $1 million. That's numero uno. And he told him that the only way he would do it is if he made exactly half of what he made. So he was capped.
He's trying to smack at his ego.
He capped him at half a ticket through the gate. It could have been $750,000. It could have been nothing, right? That's number one. Number two, he made it a stipulation that he had to perform Truth. So he had made Jeezy agree.
Yeah.
So let me diss your dead homie that I killed.
Diss your dead homie on this stage while I'm 6-7 feet away from you as a stipulation, or I ain't doing it. Them 2 moral victories right there. The third one.
It depends on how you look at that though. But keep going. Keep going.
That's where I'm going. Like, keep going.
Hold on. The third moral victory is if I tell you in your physical presence that I'm smoking on your right. See, people often confuse Pookie Loc with a soldier or a send-off. That was Jeezy right-hand man's. Just a sandbox. That was his dog. That wasn't a soldier. That was his man.
So with that being said, I kind of look at that different because I didn't know that. Is that factual?
I don't say nothing that ain't facts.
Damn.
I don't guess.
So you say
you
can't get the name Mel from anywhere.
No.
You can't be the Mel. Yeah, you can't. Not in
Chicago.
Chicago.
You gotta be stamped.
Probably in some other states. These other states, but in Chicago.
I ain't got on shit.
Chief, Mel, all this shit it means something. So
I got on the work specials, boy.
So I'm gonna take that.
The ACGs.
I'm gonna take that for what it's worth.
Nah, you can take it with.
Yeah, and I fuck with Jeezy. So that's kind of different right there, man.
You getting busy on me right here?
But that just changed everything for me though. Like
that fucked up your whole understanding, right?
But you know what that do too? It fucks up real people like understanding because they be trying to be so real. And this shit is something totally different.
It's called
so
TV
you gauging,
it's a
but
TV program.
You gauging real shit off of entertainment. No matter how real you think these niggas are or whatever it is, when they get to these certain levels or they entertaining.
What's the operative word in
but
TV
that's
program?
Fucked up though.
It's a program. Program, bro. It's the program.
Yeah, but
those parameters that you didn't know nothing about gave Jeezy the moral L through the door. The rap victory was Jeezy's, but the moral victory had to be Gucci's, man.
I say
the opposite.
The moral victory went
to Jeezy. I say the opposite.
It took a lot of growth.
I wouldn't expect
to stand there. First of all, to even agree.
Yeah.
To let him do that.
You know what that makes me believe? I'm gonna let you get to it, but it makes me believe that he needed that $500,000.
He didn't need that shit.
Knock it off.
Man, I think Gucci needed it more than he did. That's why he was going so hard for it.
I googled it.
That's why he was going so hard.
I don't need to Gucci worth more. They're the double, I bet.
Forbes got Gucci at 12 million. Forbes got Jeezy at 15. Nah. This is I mean net worth. Reported to the government. Forbes got Gucci at 12. They got Jeezy at 15 mil.
And listen, he getting money now. The new 1017, Sukani.
It's garbage like what?
Mulatto.
Okay. Well,
selling. Who shiesty? Selling.
You're right. I didn't know.
The new 1017 is a machine.
Shout out Pooh Shiesty. Yeah. Mulatto, I know from the
big
what's Jermaine Dupri show with the kids and shit. You know what I'm talking about?
It's new shit.
It was like last year. Like okay, so when the pandemic started, like I started big on some shit. Like Jermaine Dupri had a show. Like you know what I'm saying? With,
like
that's Dame and all them together.
Hip hop. It was a show where it had Mulatto. It was a young shorty named Lyric on that motherfucker, whatever. You know what I'm saying? But it was like
there's some other shit.
It was basically like the bad. Remember Diddy show, the Bad Boy? Yeah. I mean, what was Diddy show?
Making the band.
Making the band. Yeah. But it was like solo artists and shit.
With JD.
Man, you got Mulatto, Big Sky, all kind of shit.
Mulatto won that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? This how I get into the Mulatto. Mulatto, she a motherfucker.
But
I didn't know she was 1017.
The new 1017. Mulatto,
I didn't know that.
Pooh Shiesty, Big Sky, they top three. Not to mention,
but
Gucci owned.
Do Ross got his hands in that?
The 1017? No.
The Mulatto deal, period.
I'm sure, but under the label get paid first. Don't fuck who get paid second.
Absolutely.
And on top of that, he got a big chunk of QC. Like, you don't know that.
Quality control, shout out Q. I didn't know that.
You know, he had a big chunk of QC.
I didn't fucking know that.
Before he got locked up, he fronted the money. Well, not fronted it, but he had a big chunk of QC before he got locked up. So Migos.
So this hits the picture that him and Q took.
Yeah, they been saying that though. Like
they
been saying Gucci was deep into Atlanta. You know,
music.
The new wave. He been fucking with them. But listen to this. That night really like for street niggas who was still in it. Gucci fed they fucking appetite.
Absolutely. He did what he was supposed to do.
Gucci came out and he did. I mean, for everybody that's still in the streets and needed that hunger or that street shit, Gucci showed up. And I give him an A+ for that. I give him an A+.
Gucci got me high. Jeezy got me some money.
Yeah, I give him an A+ for that. But at the end of the day,
I asked you back on episode 1. Remember that, JoJo? Remember that? I asked you on episode 1. When I came in your motherfucking room, you was bagging them big ass motherfucking teeth up.
Yeah.
What was playing on the motherfucking radio, on CD player over and over and over? What was the particular artist outside because you tried to duck me and you said Nas and shit, but you knew what I was going with.
Yeah.
He tried to duck me, right? What was that artist that I heard you playing, and who was it?
It was Jeezy.
It was motherfucking Jeezy.
Every nigga who got money in the streets, every nigga had. If you got had love for Jeezy. I know I did. Man, Jeezy kept man. You could feel that shit, man. When he said Jeezy like to mix Arm & Hammer with his coke, man, I had to jump out my seat, man. I said, you too?
Yeah.
You
That's what I told niggas, like Jeezy, just his description of the shit, you couldn't deny.
Yeah.
You couldn't deny he was in it. But when
you ain't never know how to whip cocaine.
But he teach you to keep going.
Man, listen.
Keep going, motherfucker.
Gucci taught you how to sniff cocaine.
But listen, no. Listen.
I'm gonna go on record as saying that.
No.
Gucci
was the nigga who made you remember your past.
Gucci had y'all loose.
Gucci was that nigga who made you remember your past, where it all started from.
Booties and
man,
shit.
Gucci was beating niggas up in the mall for trying them.
Yeah, but that's
solo.
He the past that you gotta sometimes revisit and appreciate who you are now.
Gucci?
And that's what Gucci showed
I'm not
you.
taking shit from the culture. Gucci
and that's what Gucci showed
Gucci
you.
Had
like
some motherfucking joints. It was some joints where
Jeezy had to shoot about 10 years.
We was at work.
Yeah. How long Gucci had?
Motherfucking phone.
But listen,
Gucci had some joints where it was like shit you couldn't help but to like
watching that shit,
that was my shit.
I love seeing Gucci when Jeezy was talking his shit. Gucci was still in his mode. Like,
he was in mode.
He was on his next song. Like it was a real fucking live or die situation for Gucci. Like Gucci was like, nigga, you brought me here, and I'm finna show them why I feel like in my heart you ain't shit compared to me.
He went there to humble him.
And I die on this shit tonight over this shit. Like
he went there to humble him. He went there to humble him. He had to. No matter if the beef was 15 years ago, some beef never died, man. It's some beef that never died. Everybody can't do.
Died. Like that
everybody can't do the Jay-Z and Nas. Everybody can't do that.
Them two niggas that's on the level right now where they wouldn't even play they diss songs.
Right, but I'm just saying.
They play everything else, but they diss songs.
Everybody can't do that. Nah. But you sent the nigga to get me, man. I sent them back to you. Listen. No, I didn't. No, I didn't send them back in the box. I sent them back burnt to a crisp, left behind a school.
Building. Yeah.
I killed your homie. Yeah. Burnt them up, dumped them behind the school with no consequence. Beat the charge. Came home, smoked them, and made you take less money to hear me talk about it in front of you.
Now I'm gonna keep it funky.
But now
I said
but you gotta look at that at both sides.
No. This is the other side.
I'm gonna get
this is realistic. Like shit, whole time like shit. You sent your homie off. You put him on that motherfucking mission. I did what as a man. What the fuck was I supposed to do? This nigga coming to kill me.
Yeah.
Accountability.
No, but Gucci, but listen.
Man, no.
If it's accountability, then nigga, you the nigga who sent them.
He's
looking at like, nigga, I sent them.
I just said you sent this nigga off.
So, but listen, I'm the nigga who sent them.
So nigga, hold accountability.
The problem right here.
Yeah.
So for me, Gucci really, all that hard work and sweat and tears don't mean shit because at the end of the day, nigga, I'm the nigga who sent them. So what you gonna do?
But if it make you feel that big of a motherfucking man, if I'm doing this for the culture, if I'm doing this, you know what I'm saying, for the streets, if I'm trying to set a new trend, if it make you feel any fucking bigger to drag your fucking balls across my face,
because that's what he did.
That's what he did.
Gucci.
Yeah.
Gucci.
He kept dragging.
He definitely, he definitely teabagged folk. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
But
I mean,
if it make you feel any bigger,
smoking on Poogie Loke
in his face.
Did you watch it?
Hell yeah, I watched that shit like 3-4 times.
Smoking on Poogie Loke, nigga. Send another one, nigga. Send me 10 of your homies. I'm gonna send them back to you. 10 of them in a box.
But you talk, but he
told him that in his
saying
face.
That to the nigga who's sending them right in his face.
Yeah.
That don't. This
the
matter.
out right here. This the end to it all right
here. This was in the contract, though.
No.
You knew I was finna get busy.
I'm getting busy.
I'm not gonna sign to this unless you let me get busy.
Yeah.
You know I'm trying to get.
I'm not gonna sign unless you let me disrespect you.
Well, get busy then, nigga. But I'm the nigga that sent them. So what?
What does that mean? You keep saying that.
That mean everything.
That mean I still won or what? Your homie's dead, and I'm free, and all my homies alive, nigga. I'm sorry.
But you know that I sent them.
Yeah, and you sent him to a grave, nigga. I hope you took care of his family.
So why went? But that's crazy though. If we right here right now, BC and you,
I'm gonna get the job done. Don't use me. I'm gonna get the job done.
But at the end of the day, you sent.
I sent him. Yeah.
Right, but you sent though.
Right. Okay, so what that mean?
The sender got to get knocked off.
No. The sender already dealing with the pain of his lost homie.
To me, as a street nigga,
sent
but listen,
dog.
I don't believe it. That's why it was so
dog.
hard when the man said that, and I said, okay, it's a little.
They got pictures on the sandbox of them niggas.
When you send that, to me, that's hard. Yeah, I never sent my day one nigga to go do some shit like that. He go 10, go take out dude.
No. It wasn't for the money. The bounty,
he did it out some honorable shit.
The bounty was on the chain. Period. Right. For it was an open contract for anybody.
But your nigga that's right here with you, send him.
Yeah,
you let him go.
He should have never been that fucking hungry to begin with.
Exactly. That's why. That's why it was so hard for me to process.
He should have never been that hungry.
Me and you waking up every day. Even if we own that type of shit,
sometimes it's about proving your point. What if it's about I'm the shooter, I gotta go handle this with my dog.
But that's when I tell you, no, this ain't for you. We get
so blame Jeezy twice then.
But that when you go back to accountability and being the big homie, sometimes it's something called the big picture.
Yeah, the
bigger picture. You watching what's going on. Von's is that, like he said, the Pop Smoke. You know what I'm saying? The Dope B, the Mo 3. You know what I'm saying? Like. At some point in time, we all just agreed the structure, the big homies was taken away.
Yeah. But
so if my homie died behind some bullshit, it'll be a dope ass way to make his death stand for something even more monumental. If you wanna stand here and demean me and slick talk about I can't take that from you. Because the truth is, the song is called The Truth. And the truth is, you did do that.
He entitled to doing that. He entitled to that.
You lost a homie? A close homie?
Absolutely.
If a nigga sitting right here, you ain't gonna snuff him out? Smoking on your dead homie right here? I'm just asking you personally.
Me personally?
Yeah. I'm just curious. Fist on fist.
Me personally?
Because I know they got such...
Get funky. If I'm holding myself accountable, if I'm the reason why he's dead in the first place, that's my fault.
Man,
and I live with that on my conscience every fucking day.
You didn't answer the question.
That's my fault. So, if you the nigga that snuffed him out, and for the past 15, 20 years, I know you the nigga that snuffed him out, and I ain't had you snuffed out yet, then apparently I made peace.
Oh, wow.
With this situation.
Can't nobody who took my homie sit across from me.
This is what I'm saying to you. You know what I'm saying to you? You just said can't.
Can't. Under no circumstance.
So that stands for something.
At any point in your life, no matter how, whatever level
because
you get
maybe
in
you
your
put
life,
yourself
whatever phase you are in your life,
it'll be a physical beatdown. I ain't gotta go to jail
50 years old as a 50-year-old man sitting with across from somebody who took out your man.
That
you feel like at no point in your life you will be at that point where you will say, not that saying fuck it, but you wouldn't put as much energy into it as you would as you would. Would
I go to jail? When I lost bail,
you lose it all over.
That's what I'm gonna put that in perspective. When I lost bail, I was ready to go hunting. Everything I got a lot. Everything I got, everything I got, I was ready to just go for it. After a couple weeks sit on it, I know they want the right answer. Now you talking about 10, 15 years down the line? Yeah. Probably not, but not to lose 10, it all.
15. A solid more like 15, 20.
15. So you actually
over a decade, lifetime.
Could I sit across him while he talking about smoking on Pookie Pack? Fuck your dead homie. You take it. A physical confrontation is older.
But
time.
for the
I can reach over and snuff the nigga like, damn, give me something.
Say fuck that. Listen,
you crazy.
Gucci been living his best fucking life for 20 fucking years. He ain't been hiding. That's
what I said. He said Pookie Loc was just probably trying to prove to Jeezy that he'll go get the chain for him on some loyalty partnership. Yeah. It wasn't no bounty. He wasn't chasing the money. He wasn't starving. He just wanted to go show his man.
So whose conscience is that on? Because you still put the hit out. and your man was still hungry enough. Like, your man, after being where you at and being who he's supposed to be, he still felt the need to put his fucking life in jeopardy.
I don't blame myself. I blame him for even, like, why would you do that? Like,
I put on my gram, what's wrong with you, these niggas these days? You niggas respect, not you niggas, but when I say you niggas, young niggas, you niggas respect the niggas that got shot. My era, we respected the shooter. And to me, it sounded like y'all niggas respected the nigga that got shot and the nigga that sent them off instead of the shooter. Respect the shooter.
No. That's being felt the situation. You can't really have too much pity for the one that got shot. Because the shooter was doing what any man would have done in that situation.
Yeah,
when his life is in danger. That was my point.
That's defense.
Absolutely. Any man, like, the number one law of the jungle is self-preservation.
Facts,
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like, Gucci was on defense when they came.
That's what I'm saying.
But, nigga, do you always want to be on defense? Because I'm saying the nigga who's running the plays is right in front of you. So
all I'm saying is, at the end of the fucking day, bro, if you doing something that's bigger, you've already taken a bigger L. You've been holding this fucking L for damn near 20 years. If you can somehow, in any kind of way, flip that to mean something bigger and better, if it makes you feel any better to drag your balls across my face even more because you've already been doing that for the past 20 years, walking and living your best life, and I know you the one personally that adds my man, and I know there's nothing personally.
He ain't been living no best life, though.
Listen, what I'm saying to you, man, listen.
Gucci?
The shit that Gucci been going through been just on some other shit, though. He ain't faced no fucking physical threat from this person. Like he said, he can't. So when you in certain situations and you a part of certain fraternities, you a part of certain brotherhoods, you in a particular tax bracket, you know what I'm saying? So you done signed on to certain shit, you know what I'm saying? What he said is for real. Like, you can't touch him.
Yeah, you can't.
You can't.
Can't touch who?
You can't be involved in that level of criminal activity no more. Like, you can't, the hits and all that shit, you can't. It's too.
That's Jeezy mentality.
That's Jeezy, yeah.
Gucci mentality is, I don't give a fuck because he had less to lose anyway.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, like, in the struggle of.
So what I'm telling you is,
Jeezy
you don't think Jeezy knew before? You think him doing that shit was a surprise to Jeezy, bro?
No, he expected that.
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
And so to me, that's a little tail tucking to me. That's a little too. I tuck my tail. To me, that leads me. And y'all say he don't need the money. That leads me to believe he needed either that money or maybe not the money.
Was it iconic?
His exposure.
Was it iconic?
He dropped the album the next day. For exposure.
So fuck the $500,000 that he got for the verses. Let's talk about the fucking streams that went through the fucking
everybody
roof.
Playing Jeezy the next day. They still on my way here. You hit the gas station.
Fuck the next day. The week leading up to the battle, I talk Cash Money shit on all my social media about the Jeezy Gucci, you know what I'm saying, battle. The streams through the fucking roof because at the end of the day, the music matters. You know what I'm saying? I said on my social media, Gucci got 744 mixtapes. 644 of them bitches is trash. You know what I'm saying? 1 million motherfucking songs. And about 900,000 of them bitches, you know what I'm saying, like they're trash. But at the end of the day, that 500,000 that you gave me just to let you humiliate me, my sales are gonna go through the. You admitted yourself that the songs.
The Recession 3 probably had 1 million streams the next day.
Recession 2.
Recession 2. I mean,
he dropped it at midnight.
Probably had 1 million streams the next day, but you had to sell your soul for it.
He's still on that level, man. That's all I'm saying.
I don't think
like
so.
to me,
I think he brought himself
that was like the best.
I think
that was the best.
I think he brought himself back down for that one night. But Gucci got so much other shit.
You thought he did, but that's who he is.
Gucci won the moral battle. I'm gonna go on record saying
me too.
I think Gucci. No. Damn, I'm wrong.
Jeezy.
The fuck that.
Jeezy.
Miss Reed. Jeezy won the moral battle. Jeezy showed hella growth.
But that's who he been. That's what he been doing for the longest.
Tuck your tail.
What he did was show Gucci who Gucci really is. Like Gucci talking that shit. Like, you know, yeah, I done got out on Focus. My girl Focus. She came when I left. When I came back, she had this, she had that. But at the end of the day,
turned 4 to 7.
Jeezy exposed him.
She was his handler. She was his handler. Certain people need handlers, bro.
That's what I'm saying. And that's okay.
Gucci fit.
But Gucci showed that, you know, as he's savvy as hell as far as money-wise. Mm-hmm. But mentality-wise, you can catch him up in that net easily. Because he was making a conscious business move with doing that shit with Jeezy. And then he was saying on top of that, nigga, I'm gonna be disrespectful as hell as I can be to you. Nigga, I'm gonna shit on you, nigga. I'm gonna
agree.
We're getting this money. But at the same time, Jeezy was like, okay, that's cool.
He said
I'm gonna
expose you. He said Gucci won because he a better businessman than Jeezy.
No.
He let him.
No.
He let him be a better businessman.
So what's streaming went the fuck up after the monumental moment? After 20 years, and you just diss my dead homie in my motherfucking face, and I'll let you. At the end of the day, we do something monumental for the culture, and we perform the very thing that got us into it to begin with, together. But when the album sells clear, who really getting that bread?
Yeah, definitely. So who was the smartest businessman?
Who was the smarter businessman?
I gotta wrap it up.
Peace. Nah, I appreciate it. Nah, it's all good. I appreciate it.
Man.
Appreciate it, man. Appreciate you coming.
Shout out, man. Tay.
Thank y'all for having me.
Who really won that, business-wise?
I'm gonna say Jeezy, but on the surface it looked like Gucci won a lot of shit. But that's depending on what lens you looking through.
I'm looking through that lens, through a business aspect.
How many hours? 3? Okay.
Let's wrap it up then. Hey, so okay, the next thing, the election. Trump gone.
He ain't going nowhere. He's still in the house.
Trump gone? He not gone?
No, he ain't gone. They're gonna have to do a recount, all that shit, and he ain't going nowhere. Recount.
What are you talking about?
And at the same time, unemployment expiring. The CARES Act is
unemployment expiring. It's a new wave.
It's dead. They gotta figure out.
It's not dead.
Not underground. Not what you talking about?
I'm not fuck underground. I'm talking about relevant. This shit was there already. Just started up. He can't stop it.
The CARES Act is finna end. Like Trump, the CARES Act that the Democrats put out. When the
who control the House, the Democrats or the Republicans?
I think the Democrats got back control of it, right? I think they do right now, but nobody do right now. Trump ain't leaving. He a squatter in the White House. They can't put his ass out. He got mail there.
Let me ask you something. Could you accept a child that was created out of cheating on you?
I don't think so, man. It's a lot that come with that shit, like years and years behind that shit. I know you can't be a person that's gonna, what you call that shit? It ain't an Indian giver when you give out some shit, but then you don't want to accept it back.
Oh shit, you can't shit. You can't. This is what you just said. You can't take what you.
Yeah, I can't do that.
A hypocrite.
Yeah, hypocrite. Yeah, I'll probably be a hypocrite with that.
You be a hypocrite.
Yeah,
it's a double standard. JoJo, could JoJo.
It's different for men though, because I know you did that heat check and it was different for men because a man can't bring shit home like a woman can. So for a man, he has no control over. He could say no. You better not have that motherfucker, and then the motherfucker say
bullshit.
Fuck that.
How does that man have any control? This is her body.
That's what I'm saying. He can say no, don't have it, but at the end of the day, she trumps all.
She gonna do what she gonna do, right?
So that's different for a man coming home saying, "Babe, I fucked up, but this motherfucker still want to have it. I don't. But this motherfucker talking about, hell no, we still got to deal with that."
Yeah.
So for a woman, it's different. For a man, though, the woman got control. So now your girl come home and say, I let him nut at me and I want it. Like, why you want it? Why you still want it, though?
Because that's the truth of it.
If it's a fuck up, why you still want it? Why you ain't trying to get rid of it? You saying, well, I'm going to keep it. It's like, for me, I can't deal with that. Not no fresh shit. Now, you already came and the baby already born, but I'm some fresh shit. And you saying, well, I still want to.
Maybe you don't believe in abortion.
Yeah, well, that's probably a fuck up for us. For that one special situation, you gotta believe in it. If you telling me it's a fuck up,
he said you gotta for that one.
But
he said for that one special situation, you gotta believe in abortion.
As a man bringing, like a woman bringing that to you,
man,
because they got control of it.
Do you love her enough to stand by her?
I don't know, but it's probably I understand. I'll be back tomorrow. I'll be back tomorrow. I help you. I'm never coming back.
You never coming back. It's over with.
That's my last night.
It's over with.
It depends on you. They got to be a strong love right there. As a man,
it's supposed
and
to be
a woman
unconditional.
bringing in something that's.
It's supposed to be unconditional.
Create this shit,
huh?
Now, if I met you and you created it a week ago, perfect. I mean,
so let's just put a double standard. If you nutted in a bitch, you know what I'm saying? Excuse me. If you nutted in a chick, you had a night of, you know what I'm saying, of a slip up. You know what I'm saying? And you didn't try that, then you can try to talk this, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I don't even say talk. To get an understanding, it probably ain't in either one of our best interests to have this child, you know what I'm saying? And she, for whatever, maybe it's a vindictive reason, you know what I'm saying? Maybe it's a spiteful reason, but at the end of the day, the choice is hers. And she just, you know what I'm saying, decided to do that or whatever. Like, so. But you love your old lady.
Yeah.
You want her to understand.
And I want you to understand, get rid of this motherfucker because it's too much right now for me.
What if she don't, though?
And then you don't understand me.
You got
a KK?
Wow.
I fucked up, but understand where I'm coming from. Like, I will have to leave.
So wait, I'm talking about you the one that made the mistake.
I made it. We made it together.
You leaving your old lady?
I'm not leaving my old lady. I'm leaving your ass if you don't kill it.
But what if she talking about leaving you? Like, nigga, no, that's your baby and her baby. You gonna be with that bitch.
Your old lady saying that?
Yeah.
Oh, well, then nothing to talk about. It already is too much.
You don't fight for that? You don't want her to understand? You don't like...
I do, but if she's saying that, it don't really matter.
You gonna go be with the baby mama?
I don't want to be my old lady, but old lady saying...
So if she's saying that, is you gonna go be with the baby mama?
I'm not being with no.
Yes, you is.
No.
Okay, you sure?
Possible.
And I'm saying that because, as always, I try to be fair to both sides of the situation. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of times, women do spiteful shit.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, accountability, you got to be held accountable. Fuck Absolutely. All that. I was just in the moment and all that shit. I thought, wow, that moment shit, you doing too much shit in the moment.
Is alcohol an excuse for the moment?
No, not no more.
So when niggas, so when men and women blame, you know what I'm saying, having sex on being drunk on alcohol, you say like that's a conscious decision whether you drunk or not. Like you fuck that motherfucker because you wanted to fuck them.
Yeah, you remember we was here. I was talking about like in the moment shit, and you was like, "Come on, Reg, in the moment."
I know
I process that shit.
Yeah, I feel that way.
Yeah,
I'm just doubling back on that because you know what I'm saying, like in that moment, like shit. Sometimes babies are created. Sometimes your pull out game kind of weak.
Yeah,
you might be off.
But we can make a better decision after the moment.
We could.
And
you know what I'm saying, like
do what's at our best interest.
Not saying that like, yeah, this is true. This is true. Like, trust me, I understand. Yeah, this is true. But it's really a 50-50. You know what I'm saying? What you're saying is absolutely 50%, you know what I'm saying, like legitimately right. But then if she run that standpoint, you know what I'm saying, like her is that other 50% legitimately right. You know what I'm saying? So like if you would want her to rock and roll with you in that situation and stand by you in that situation, how you couldn't be strong if your old lady came home and she done got knocked up? You gonna bounce on her? Like you might have been that type of nigga that put, you know what I'm saying, your old lady through some shit. You know what I mean? And
I get it, but everybody got a stomach for certain shit.
Yeah.
I'm
just trying to.
My stomach for that shit right there.
It ain't gonna happen, Captain. I'm out.
Cause you can make a wise decision. Bullshit, this pain and end it.
We're gonna leave that. It's been a long time.
One time, definitely.
You got something for me. You got a key. Is it? It's been a lot. It's been a lot going on, Reg. It's been a very fucking long time, man. There's been some things going on, and I feel like, you know what I'm saying, I need a key. You got a key? You got anything? You got a key?
Not right now. Just keep living, embracing this shit. Cause right now I'm in a place in my life where I'm humbling myself. I had to revisit some shit too, so we ain't been on. I've been needing it, but I'm having to deal with it and embrace my cycle. This is a different cycle for me.
Hopefully we back. We back, JoJo? We back. Hopefully we back.
Yeah. We need that live stream. I want that shit.
That's coming. But fuck all that. Give me something. Give the people, give us something. Give us something to...
Just life, man. Just taking in on the mail when he was just here and how he was structured and how he lived with a purpose, basically. You know what I'm saying? That was a gift of him coming in, giving an example of somebody who was structured and he ain't never go against who he was. And that shit paid out for him. And his journey through life brought him to his purpose of who he was and shit. And he complimented that shit. So just embrace the visuals that you get in life and, you know, take that shit in and the Gucci Man battle and all that shit and process that shit and get what you get from it. Because life, it ain't no one way of living life. It's a lot of different ways of living life. You just got to pick the one that you going to be dedicated to. He just showed us he was dedicated to his certain lifestyle and what he was brought upon and he embraced that shit. So you gotta embrace what that life you chose and be dedicated to that shit. That's all I can say is like be dedicated to who you are and live out your purpose and shit like that. So
you kept looking you kept looking at the shit like the nigga was still sitting there like. That's how
I mean, that was a
good, he left a hell of an impression. Like, while you talking like shit, like you stay looking at the chair's clearly empty. Like damn, he like that. That's deep.
That was some inspiring shit.
Yeah, that was real.
Just seeing how much you when you was like giving him his flowers right there, that was some good shit for me because men don't really do that type of shit. So I was just seeing how much of an impact that energy that he gave you and you was giving it back to him. Like I appreciate that shit.
Yeah, I put my life in that nigga hands.
Yeah.
Like it was bullets flying across our fucking head on more than one occasion, Joe. You know what I'm saying to you? Like on some real shit. I would leave my fucking crib where I'm ducking bullets anyway to go to work to duck bullets too. But
that much love for a motherfucker though.
Yeah,
and that much trust, and that's something that you can't teach. That's something you can't buy. So
the more gonna be fought.
I don't think they gonna really get it. I wanted to go in deeper details with that, like the shit that he do and how he carry that certain standard with himself. Because a lot of people don't have standards for themselves. They got standards for everybody else, but with themselves, they just let shit happen to them. Like Von, for instance, you know, he had so much investing in showing everybody else and standing up for a lot of shit, but he, at the end of the day, to me, his self was the most important, and that wasn't protected. And somebody can take that so easily. That just show you that your purpose is everything. And you got to realize that shit, the people you put around you is so important to you. And if you don't know your own value, the people around you won't know your value. If you don't display your value to other people, and he wasn't in here boasting and bragging, but he was letting niggas know, like, yeah, I'm the man, and I work hard for that shit. So I'm gonna let y'all know, and I stand behind that shit. That's the same thing I think Von and everybody else should have did, but the people that was with them would have respected even more if they would have gave off that energy to them. I think it would have been a different result. So the key to life is just acknowledging, like I said it before, like acknowledging the people you inspire. And that was just showing right here how much he inspired you with how that energy you brought and gave him his flowers right then and there. So the key of life is just embracing life and the different things that life brings to you, your cycle. So that's it, to keep it short and sweet. Embrace them cycles that come to you. Because they're going to come so different.
True. Ooh, do they? Oh, man.
I'm figuring some shit out now. Like, I'm human like a motherfucker, and I'm figuring it out. So,
well, that's another show. We right back. Shout out JoJo.
Yeah.
Shout out you.
Definitely. Red's Grind Hard and Inspire.
6H Media. And shit, we out. We out.
I be grinding, I really need more, cause this shit is more expensive on the 13th floor. I be riding, these niggas hiding, they ain't about a war. Catch me sliding, where you was hiding, no chilling on the porch. Niggas hurting, that's why they lurking and kicking in them